Hi, this is Javin Kharu, chemical engineer by profession, going to continue our today's lecture, distillation process in petrochemical plant. Now what is that? A fractionating column and fractional column is equipment used in distillation, liquid mixture, separate the mixture in the component part and fraction based on differences volatility. Fractionating column are used small scale laboratory distillation as well as large scale industrial distillation. Petrochemical production, natural gas processing, coal tar processing, growing liquefied air surface and hydrocarbon solvent products. Fractional distillation find widest application petroleum refining. In such refinery, crude oil feedstock is a complex, multi-component mixture must be separated yield of pure chemical compound. They are generally not expected. However, yield and group compound of relative small range boiling point called fraction, they are expected. Process origin of the name fractional distillation or fractionation. Distillation, one of the most common and energy intensive separation process. Effectiveness separation is depend upon height, diameter of the column, ratio of column height, diameter and material comprises distillation column itself. Typical chemical plant account 40% total energy consumption. Industrial distillation is typically performed large vertical cylindrical column. Distillation tower for distillation column with diameter ranging 65 cm to 6 meter and height ranging 6 meter to 60 meter or more. Industrial distillation tower use operate continuous steady state unless disturbed by changes in feed, heat ambient temperature, condensing amount of feed being added normally equal amount of product being removed, amount of heat entering the column from the reboiler with the feed must equal amount of heat removed overhead condenser with product. Heat entering distillation column is a crucible operating parameter. Addition exit insufficient heat column can lead to foam, vaping, entrainment and flooding. Industrial fractionate column separate fish stream into distilled fraction and bottom fraction. However, many industrial fractionate column have outlet interval of the column, so multiple products having different boiling ranges may withdraw the column distilled multi-component fish stream. The lightest product, lowest boiling point exists on the top of the column and heaviest product with the highest boiling point exists on the bottom. Industrial fractionate column are external reflux achieve better separation of product. Reflux, the portion of condensed overhead liquid product that return upper part of fractionating column inside the column. Dowing and downflowing reflux liquid provide cooling and condensation of flowing vapor. They are increasing efficiency of the distillation tower. The more reflux, more tray provided, better is the tower separation. Lower boiling material, higher boiling material. Design, operation, fractionate column depend composition, feed as well as composition desired product. Given simple binary component feed analytical method Frank-Scale equation can be multi-component feed simulation model. Both are design operation in construction. Bubble cap tray and plate, they are type of physical device. They are used to provide good contact between upflowing vapor and downflowing liquid inside industrial fractionate column. Efficiency tray plant is typically low. Theoretical 100% efficient equilibrium stage and fractionate column always need more actual physical plant than the required number theoretical vapor liquid equilibrium stage. Industrial use, sometimes packing material, column, instant, tray, especially when lower pressure drop across the column required when the operating under vacuum. Packing material either render dump means 1 by 3 inch or 2.5 to 7.6 centimeter wide resting ring structure sheet metal Liquid 10, wet surface of packing and vapor pass across wetted surface. Mass transfer take place. Different shape packing have different surface area. Void space between packing. Both the factors affect packing performance. Petroleum crude oil. Complex mixture. 100 of different hydrocarbon columns, generally 3 to 6 carbon atom per molecule. Also, may small amount hydrocarbon outside the range. Refining of crude oil began. The distilled incoming crude oil, so-called atmospheric distillation column operating pressure slight above atmospheric pressure. Vacuum distillation referred lower temperature distillation. The distilled crude oil important subject to crude oil temperature 370 to 380 degrees centigrade because high molecular weight component crude oil undergo thermal cracking from petroleum coke temperature above formation coke would result plugging tube and furnace heat. Fish shrimp crude oil distillation column plugging also occur. Piping from furnace and distillation column itself constraint impose limiting column inlet crude oil temperature of less 370 380 degrees centigrade yield residue oil from bottom of atmospheric distillation column consisting entirely hydrocarbon oil 370 380 degrees centigrade. Further distill residue oil and atmospheric distillation perform absolute pressure 10 to 40 mmHg means 5% atmospheric pressure as limit. Operating temperature less than 370 to 380 degrees. Above 10 to 40 mmHg absolute pressure. Vacuum distillation column increase. Volume of vapor, foam per volume and liquid distill. Result, such column has very large diameter. Distillation column have diameter 15 meter and more height ranging above 50 meter. Feed rate ranging up to 25,400 cubic meter per day means 160,000 barrels per day. Vacuum distillation column internal provide good vapor liquid contact while same time maintain very low pressure increases top of the column, top of the bottom. Therefore, vacuum column distillation tray only product are withdrawn from the side of the column. Side job. Most of column use packing material for the vapor liquid contact because such packing has lower pressure drop the distillation track. Packing material either structure, sheet metal and randomly dump packing as resting. Absolute pressure 10 to 40 mmHg vacuum column most achieve multiple stage steam jet eject. Now we are focused extractive distillation. What is that? In defined distillation, presence of miscible, high boiling, relative non-volatile component solvent azeotrope with the other component mixture. The method use mixture, low value relative volatility, near unity. Such mixture can separate simple distillation, volatility of two component mixture nearly same, causing them evaporate nearly same temperature, similar rate, making normal distillation impractical. Now method extractive distillation, separation solvent which generally non-volatile in high boiling point miscible with mixture doesn't form azeotropic mixture. The solvent interact different component, the mixture thereby causing relative volatility change enable three part of mixture separate normal distillation. Original component greatest volatility separate out top product. The bottom product consists mixture solvent and other component can again separate because solvent does not form azeotrope. The bottom product separate any method available. Important. Select suitable separation. Solvent. Type of distillation. Suitable. The solvent must alter relative volatility wide enough margin for successful result. Quantity, cost and availability solvent should consider. Solvent should easily separable and from bottom product. They should react chemically with component mixture, causes corrosion. A classic example here separation azeotropic mixture benzene and cyclohexane where amine suitable solvent. Now steam distillation separation process consists distillate water together other volatile, non-volatile components. Steam, boiling water, carry vapor and volatility, condenser, both the cooled and returned liquid, solid state. The non-volatile residue behind the boiling content. It is usually volatile and volatility are not miscible with water. They will spontaneously disconnect and distinct after condensation. Allow them separate decontamination or with separator funnel. Steam distillation used where boiling point substance extract higher than water in starting material cannot heat at temperature because decomposition unwanted reaction. They also useful among desired substance. Small compact non-volatile residue often use separate volatile essential oil. Extract lime oil boiling point 176 degrees centigrade orange peel. Now substance vapor pressure even below boiling point. In theory, distilled temperature collect condensing vapor. However, ordinary distillation below boiling point not practical. Layer of vapor rich air should be over the liquid. Evaporation will stop partial pressure vapor and layer reach the vapor pressure would be low enough condensing only by diffusion, which is extremely slow process. Simple distillation done boiling in starting material. The vapor pressure exceeds atmospheric pressure. Vapor rich layer air and disturb. There will be significant steady flow vapor and the boiling flask condenses. Steam distillation positive flow provided by steam in boiling water rather than boiling of the substance. Interest steam carry vapor of the latter. The substance interest does not need miscible water soluble in it. It suffix significant vapor pressure steam temperature. Water from azeotrope and substance interest boiling point mixture, boiling point water, bromobenzene and pure mixture water boil. However, formation azeotrope not necessary. Steam distillation will work. Now, last salt bath distillation. It is the distillation technique involved distilled traveling salt distance few centimeters normally done reduced pressure. Salt bath distillation system have variety name depend on manufacturer system and compound being distilled with the classic example distillation involved distilled traveling from one glass pipe to other without need condensed separate into two chambers. The technique gives compound and they are unstable high temperature purify small amount of compound. Advantage heating temperature considerably lower reduced pressure and the boiling point liquid stand pressure. Distilled only by travel salt distance before condensing salt bath compound cost side of apparatus and kind of salt bath distillation apparatus contain multiple chamber collect suitable area and fraction and increases evaporation rate without increasing temperature. There are several modern techniques increase surface area, liquid such thin film, whipped film and biofilm, rolled film which involve mechanical spreading film liquid over a large surface. Okay, this is up to our today's topic distillation process in petrochemical plant. I hope you get sufficient knowledge after watching this video. Next Sunday, we will cover some another chemical engineering topic. Till then, goodbye. Do take good care of yourself.